Mr. Wickremesinghe, some of the self-appointed torchbearers of democratic values seem to be changing course now, and of liberal values as well. We have democracies like the United States, which are separating migrant children from their parents. Australia is infamous for its indefinite confinement of seaborne migrants. And when we see these examples, countries like China, for instance, use them as justification for the crackdown on some of their communities, including the Uyghur Muslims. Do you believe that with these recent developments, the line between authoritarianism and democracy is blurring somewhere?
Who are the torchbearers of democracy? Because you declare them to be torchbearers, now you say you not lift up the standards. Australia, in my view, is a democratic country. But it has passed laws responding to its public opinion, which has put certain restrictions on people coming in. So I think that's the right of a country. Now we can't say that this Australia is not democratic because you did not, because they have passed those laws. Many of our countries are forced sometimes to pass laws which they, due to public response, due to security reasons. So as long as the system is democratic, why are you questioning the law? The best example is during war, when they were locking up people during World War II, they went to courts in UK, and there was the House of Lords case, Liversidge versus Anderson, who was the Secretary of State. They locked up Liversidge, and we have these two different sets of judgments, one by the majority, one by the minority, where Lord Atkins said that even in the war, the laws are not silent. And sometimes some of the courts have now used the minority judgment, Lord Atkins. But at that time, they'd lock up people. In USA, they went and locked up a whole lot of innocent Japanese. It didn't mean that they ceased to be democratic. Those are questions that can be examined later by that country to decide whether what they did is right or whether what they did is wrong. So that is one. Secondly, you asked about China and Russia. You know, Nikita Khrushchev was not a Democrat at all. He was not liberal, but because of him, the world became a better place. He stopped all the purges of Stalin, or millions and millions of people that Stalin had killed. And then onwards, communism took on a different turn and left to Gorbachev, and Yeltsin, they finished it. Same in China. There was a time of the Cultural Revolution. The president of China was thrown to jail, his clothes were removed. The general secretary's son was thrown out of a building, and so many were killed. That doesn't happen in China today. It doesn't mean it's a multi-party state. But, okay, look at it. At the end of the day, now who's the better man, Hitler or Stalin? If Stalin didn't sacrifice 1 million men in Stalingrad, Hitler still would have ruled the world. But Stalin was able to do it because he ran an autocracy, because he had already killed millions of people. But finally, he defeated Hitler. I'm not saying Stalin is good. They were non-democratic, they were brutal. But how do you draw the line? Why do you call a democratic country non-democratic? Because it has to pass certain laws. Here, you all may agree or not agree with the citizenship amendment. I don't want to get into that. But the fact is, your parliament has passed it, and now its validity is being tested. Sorry, let me finish. Its validity is being tested in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court can say it's legal, or it can say it can strike it down, like in USA. So long as the situation works, that's all that I can say. And if I disagree with the Supreme Court, we still have the freedom to go and argue it. The same in Australia.